Morning, everyone. Happy World Radio Day. Wow, I am so excited. And thank you for the great opportunity to make this presentation this morning. Thank you, my Nuku Oga Tony Ekata. I hope I got that name right. Please, before some of my good ogas here come with their canes on me. Well, I am a former Ajumobi. I remember the last time we had a meeting here on BGF. I was quarreling with one of my guys on how to pronounce my name because he thought the surname was Yoruba. No, the surname is fully Igbo, Ajumobi, and not Ajumobi. Well, it's another opportunity to educate everyone here that names can be quite written the same but very differently pronounced, and in different regions means different things. I am from Anambra State, Obosi in Anambra State precisely. I am based in Enugu. I've been doing most of my media work in Enugu, but currently I am doing this from Aba in Abia State because I now work with Afia TV, the Afia Radio as well, who came over to Aba to do some content creation and program production. We've been here for about 4 5 days now, and it's been very, very interesting. But before I got on TV, Afia TV, which is on DSTV channel 254 and Gold TV channel 17, I worked with Solid 100.9 FM in Enugu for a very long time, and I had such an amazing time. Still having an amazing time because I have not left radio completely. And it's a great honor to share some of my experiences and, some observations from research, work, and even being out there in the field with everyone here. Of course, I am dealing with colleagues, fellow experts, so it's not like me teaching anybody anything they don't know. It's more like raising issues and, you know, areas for discussions and interaction on this special day, World Radio Day, where we get to celebrate our work, celebrate ourselves, and yes, learn more. Having said that, I will be discussing or raising the discussion for an interactive time, and this is titled Strategies for the Radio to Remain Relevant as a Medium of Informing, Entertaining, and Educating the People. This is exactly what we do on radio. This is exactly why I am on radio and very passionate about radio and media. I personally have benefited from radio through good information, quality information, good music, good entertainment, and of course, education. And it connects you directly with the people. I've gotten so much information from radio that I applied and used immediately, and it made a lot of difference in my life. And that is exactly what we do on radio. But these days, and in this age of the internet, technology, and social media, it's become such a battle. And the question keeps coming up, is radio still relevant? If it is, how relevant is radio? How relevant still is radio? So, we will be looking at some of that, and I would love to have your ideas, your suggestions, and input on this particular topic as well. And I would also want to plead that you bear with me because I am on the road today. I'm going back to Enugu, so my connectivity I may not be too sure of, but I will, as much as possible, keep the group active, the interactive session active while I am on the road and network permits. The World Radio Day is very important, celebrated every 13th February every year. It's important because it helps us review, reflect, and also, examine the impact of radio ever since its establishment and ever since it's been a tool for information dissemination. So it's the day we mark, radio activities, take time to talk about the various things we've been able to achieve through the radio, and we use that to celebrate ourselves as broadcasters. Most times we celebrate people, but hardly do you see us being celebrated unless we consciously take our time to do that, like we do every World Radio Day. So we also use that to educate people on the importance of radio and its impact, and also how radio really works. So the World Radio Day is a big thing for the broadcast industry and even the general community, which the radio impacts extensively. Radio is still for the local man. It somehow sets it apart. If you're in Nigeria and you have access to radio, radio is still completely free. I mean, if you're using it on your phone, you're not paying for the transmission that you're receiving. If you're using it on your radio, normal radio boxes and devices, you're also not paying. All you just need to buy is maybe a battery or have lights and recharge your rechargeable radio or electronic device that you use for radio. So it's still kind of cheap and very available to the everyday man and the common man. So that is one of the advantages and one of the things that cuts it out. Even if you're using the internet in Nigeria, for instance, data is still a bit expensive. For you to be able to be on data, be on the internet 24 hours, you would know how much you spend on data services. So radio still comes very cheap to the everyday man, to the regular man out there, to the common man, to who needs information and who information is very important in making choices and decisions as well. So radio stands out in that way. Another way radio stands out is that we always try to have seasoned, trained information experts and professionals on radio as much as possible. The standards seem to be lowering a bit, but that need and call for that is still there. So at the end of the day, you still have some level of training and some level of monitoring, and it's not as open and free like you would have on social media platforms where anybody can be an authority even when they have been proven or not proven. So that's the difference with radio, and it stands it out very well, and it's also a good thing because information media is very powerful. Has evolved over the years, especially now that we are in the 24th century. This is 2024. Between the 1990s and the 2000s, and now that we're in the 2020s, and I mean, radio has evolved seriously. And you see it by even the fact that radios used to be just boxes that we would tune in and listen to, electronic boxes and devices. But now they are on our phone. Radio is on the internet, and with my phone, I am in Nigeria, but I can tune in and get Ghana radio, through some apps. I can tune in and listen to Liberia radio. I can tune in and listen to America radio, as long as they are also using technology. They are signed on to the same app that I am signed on. I can stay wherever I am right now in the world and listen to almost any radio station I want to listen to. So that is serious involvement. Information now is at your fingertips more than ever before. And you would have thought that the internet would have phased the radio away completely, but it hasn't. Radio is still on and still strong, and those who love it, who listen to it, still listen to it, and it still has its impact. The only thing now is that it's riding more on technology, so its impact is even wider and more fast spread than before, when um, we were just limited to our local vicinity. Okay, I am in Aba. I can't transmit beyond Aba by the regular technologies, transmitters that we know. But once you are able to hook up onto, internet devices, technology, software devices, your reach is limitless and most times unstoppable, if I would use that word. So radio has evolved over time, but even the content that is being delivered in radio too has been evolved over time. Because of the way information is available, we are able also to scrutinize what we give out, what we say faster, unlike before when the internet wasn't in existence. Going straight to itemizing strategies for the radio to remain relevant as a medium for informing, entertaining, and educating people. It's simple. I've mentioned some of it already. We need to stay relevant by connecting with technology, internet that is already there and existing for us. It's a massive platform. And of course, today, radio is not just radio anymore. Radio is both radio and TV, and that's through social media. Where a lot of times people are listening to radio, people are also able to watch radio. You have podcast series and so much more that is happening now. And it would always have to emphasize on trainings, raising professionals. That is what sets us apart from every other thing happening in the social media space and with technology. So that is very key. And of course, one of the things that would always stand out in this world and space where we operate, the world of media, the world of broadcasting, is innovation, creativity, going the extra mile. And therefore, as radio broadcasters, broadcast journalists, we need to always go the extra mile in giving information, fact checking, ensuring that we are giving out the right information, and also bringing a lot of innovation and creativity to the table. There's so much more, and like I said, it's an open forum for all of us to share more insights and learn from each other. But thank you once again for giving me the opportunity to engineer this topic, if I would put it that way. Once again, I am a former Ajumobi, Ify Melody, your sparkling woman on air. Thank you.